Hey y'all, welcome back. Tater's Garden, day 2. But we got a little bit of lumber here in the Toyota. I went ahead and ordered some lumber that was all the same width. That's all variable width. We'd have to mill it down. I wanted to show one of the secrets for hoop houses that is not always understood. The bow on the end has this channel mounted to it so that it follows the bow. The way the channel works, you can see it's got those lips on the inside. There's a piece of wire called wiggle wire. The wiggle wire, well, it's a piece of wiggly looking wire, isn't it? It wiggles back and forth into that channel and holds the plastic in place, locks it in there tighter and tight. And you can get a couple pieces of wire in each piece of channel. So once we're ready to put the plastic on the tunnel, we will, once we pull it over, we'll affix it to one end, kind of stretch it a little bit tight to the other end. That'll lock us in real good. We want the plastic to be really tight. Still on the high side, here's one that we did. We got a carriage bolt through here, and we've got our carriage bolts long enough that that board that's going to go out here on the outside will be able to mount on there. So we're going to have a 1x6 oak board that comes over here. The carriage bolt will go through it, through both pieces of pipe. So the bolt's holding the pipes together and holding the hip board. That's what this one's called. The one at the bottom is called the toe board. And they'll also have the same setup. I haven't told those guys yet. They got to drill all those holes. Hey y'all, let's do a quick walkthrough on what we've gotten done so far. We got the framing lumber up on all 4 edges, the toe boards and the hip boards. And the way that we did it was we got some 6-inch lumber, oak, milled, 1 inch. It's 1 inch by 6 inches, and we cut that down into 8-foot sections. And those fit. We halved them between the 4-foot bays, so that we could get 2 bolts in each one. And then where they join together, where the 2 boards on the outside join together, we have a board on the inside of the frame that runs the entire width, and we have a total of 8 or 12, we have 12 screws, wood screws, that hold those 2 together. So what we ended up with was a solid beam of 1x6 from end to end on the top and the bottom. And what that's going to do for us is it's going to give us a lot more strength. The whole structure kind of works as a single unit now. If it's going to get picked up by the wind, the whole thing has to get picked up. So it's going to be some pretty severe wind that's going to throw this thing around. Then on this lower side, we got the channel all mounted. We shot a chalk line on the top so it was nice and even. On the bottom, we weren't quite as worried about it because it's not going to be holding the tension the way the top will. We put the purlins up, and these purlins are a little bit different than what's normal. It's like a flattened pipe there at the end, and then at each bow, that's how it's attached. Now that's not, in my experience, that's not normal. What's normal is a device that looks like this. It goes over the bow. It goes over the bow like such, and then the purlin would be through that lower hole. That lower hole right, yeah, the lower hole there. And the purlin is one long continuous piece of pipe instead of these short sections. But otherwise, we've got these corner braces. That's important when you're putting one together. You want to have a corner brace that's putting strength to a lower point on one of the other bows. In my bigger tunnel, it goes from a point there all the way down to the ground on like the 3rd or 4th bow. And that's really strong. I'm not too worried about this one because of this super frame that we built down low. The pressure is going to get transferred to this bow, and then it's going to get transferred down here, and it's not going anywhere.
screen. Matt and I are building a hoop house with Troy.
So we are.
Yep, it's a pretty cold day, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's why I have the ski cap on.
Yeah.
You know?
You have the whole hoop house in one shot.
Yeah.
That's like.
Exactly, yeah.
But,
yeah.
what the hey? You only do this twice.
Right, yeah, there was a bubble there. Totally.
You have a friend behind you too, by the way.
Oh, I knew she forgot something. Hey guys.
Talk to you soon and hope you're having a great one.